stream.
channel, right?
Yeah, so I'll give you I'll give you the link once they start to. I'll press start recording. I can play around with the video later. Meanwhile, there'll be like two people who somehow get see us.
Watching.
Okay,
Yeah.
it should be. I'm on live right now. I'm trying to give you the actual. I'm trying to give you not just the page. I'm trying to give you just a bit more. Looks like I can't. I'll give you this link. See if you can do something with it. Maybe you can find the actual link to the thing. That's live right now. It should be live right now. It's blank paper with a little bit of thing
Live
on the side.
dashboard. That's your dashboard.
Yeah, but it should be go if you click on it, you'll see the stream thing, and because I don't know where I would even find the link for the stream.
No. You know what? If I tap that, I'm
Oh right. No. I see what you're saying. I got what you're saying. That's my own personal. I logged in. That's my dashboard. Yeah. Where the F is my stream? Public. Maybe I do have to set it to public. We're waiting for mix. How do you give me your stream? How does that work for you? How do you...
I think I just get.
I already have 10 waiting. Why there are 10 people waiting?
Really? But you have it unlisted.
I told you. Well, I changed it just then to public. 2 seconds ago, I changed it to public.
You changed to public. All right.
Just because I want to make sure I open the incognito tab. I'm trying to find the link to it, but I can't. I don't know where there is a link. How? Can you go to go to youtube.com/the portrait. Here, I'll try to go click on.
Wait, I'm just trying.
I'm trying to find the link. Okay. I think I found it. Yes.
You
All right,
found
here
it?
we go.
Nice.
I found the link.
I'm just
I
trying.
found to find the link. Okay. I think I found. Wait. I was like, I'm hearing myself. All right. I'll give it to you in Skype. I'll keep the name as testing purposes only, so nobody probably watches. Even though we're gonna do a live join, so. But I'm gonna edit it. All right, so I'll put the reference image on screen anyway.
Let me see if I can. Fix this then.
Yeah, take your time. Honestly, this join, if we do it right, like if we do it in Cassie style, we should be able to do it in like half an hour or 40 minutes. Honestly, lately I've been trying to all the joins that I do where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend a lot more time and try to make it polished, and I look at my join total time, it's like an hour. I'm like, damn it, I want to spend like 3 hours doing like a polished join once in a while, but I just couldn't do it. I thought I feel like I finished everything, and it's like, oh, it's only an hour and 20 minutes. Damn, All right.
Oh man, wait a minute.
I'm adding the reference to my. Can you see my thing?
Wait.
Well, take your time. Whatever. It's not like weird. No, that's the old reference.
This doesn't work because I cannot put the volume off of the stream.
Yeah, you should be able to. Cause I downloaded with you guys before. You should be able to. It's something.
This is really confusing. Wait. Okay. Now it's off again. It doesn't let me crop the image. First of all.
You should be able to just hold on Control or Shift or one of the keys. It's one of those keys.
And how would I not include the?
You play around while I try to find our reference image to put on there.
Yeah.
YouTube. I was gonna do a thing for hair on Patreon, but I can't just. Maybe I can use part of this for it. Yeah. You see on the reference that I can crop. Look, watch me cropping image right now. I'm holding on Shift. I mean Alt. You see how I'm just cropping, not just the size. You can do this with a web, or just one image, or just a page.
No, wait, I have to do it a different way because I have
Alright.
I have a browser source, and that doesn't work.
It
just
work. Give me your stream. Do you have you started your stream yet?
No, not yet.
Alright.
I just have to do a screen capture. I think that would work.
Yeah. Screen. Well, you can do the screen capture if that's one way, or you can do a web thing. They both work. I remember.
Yeah, but if I include a web browser,
Yeah, you should
then
you should act like web browser, which means you you highlight your mouse over it. You should be able to
no,
like.
First of all,
make it-
I get a YouTube page, and it says you have to log in. So it
What?
you know
Even with that direct link I give you.
yeah, then it says
What?
it doesn't recognize me being a YouTube user. So
What?
it comes with the notification right on top of your video.
You're just
Like
talking.
you have to log in.
You're talking crazy right now, man. I don't
No,
know.
no, it's true. And the
I
sound,
believe you.
I cannot put off the sound.
All right. Well,
particular
you do whatever
source.
you need to do to make it work, and
So it's so let me add another. Scene. Game capture. No.
you do whatever you need to do to make it work. I'm trying to think. Oh wow, this one the face is actually very flat. It's like nothing. It's so flat. It's very good for like teach people to draw hair and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the best.
No, but I think I given the time we have, I really couldn't find anything that's too.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna include a screen capture. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
That would work best.
Yeah,
I
well, yeah,
think.
yeah. If that works, that use a little bit more. I don't know if that used a little bit more of your computer resources, but yeah.
Probably. But so, why doesn't it work?
Okay, I think I'll do mine at left, and I wonder where I can put the.
Still
I gotta make
haven't-
sure I have enough space to draw. Okay, and do I have? Let me grab my little Amma Wasm to test to adjust lighting and stuff.
Why doesn't it work? This is weird.
Contrast, brightness. That seems slightly brighter than what I'm seeing. Okay. closer. A little bit. Do it again.
Okay, why?
Yeah,
Why
whatever.
does it?
Close enough.
I just have a black box.
Did you?
It doesn't capture my.
Wait, you selected it. You selected screen capture and it still doesn't work. What?
Yeah, I selected screen.
Maybe.
Just
Do you have multiple monitor? Maybe put it on like a different monitor or something.
Yeah, I have multiple
and instead of like a maybe try a window capture.
Yeah, that's what I have now. Window capture.
Then try a screen capture and just put a full screen on a monitor.
I'm not sure if that will work. It does recognize the size.
Oh wow! It looks a little bit darker in the stream. That's one of the things that's kind of annoying because like what I see on paper, what I see on my computer, and what is streamed out, and what I see on other monitors, is all the values are slightly different. Which is kind of annoying, but yeah, like right now it looks really close to what I'm seeing on paper here, but on the stream that I see is a little bit darker. Enough, good enough. Good enough. You have to. Artist has to be able to adapt and just work with whatever.
Why doesn't it work? Come on. Like.
Okay. You cannot add my stream.
No, it just.
Have you gone live yet? If you gone live, I'll add you as my stream, and maybe I can tell you whether the problem is your computer or something wrong with YouTube today.
Oh, okay.
So just text.
Okay, I'm gonna watch.
There's 4 people watching. I don't even know how they find. One of them is probably you or me, but like how they find me.
Yeah, I'm watching right now, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It's supposed to be like private. I'm just curious.
What?
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. We're still setting things up, guys.
Not that it matters. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna start the stream. And you should have.
Give me the direct link to it, like the way I give to you.
This is weird. It's still on /live, but it shouldn't be because it's unlisted, right? Then you get a.
That's why I tell you before, man. Unlisted is weird sometimes. It's just like, is it really unlisted? I don't know.
Okay, video URL. So maybe this is the URL. I'm not sure, but this is probably it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you see that black box there?
Yes. That black box there that I see is where you put my stream on.
Yeah, exactly. So it just.
Let me try the same with you and see. Let's see if you see a black box. All right. Browser.
So you're in OBS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, one watching. That's probably you. Watching. That's probably you.
Look.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Well, I think look.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Well, I think the sound is messed up.
That?
Wait,
how did you do that?
The sound is messed up. Wait, give me.
Okay, how did you do that? You have to explain.
No, but I may not be able to done this properly because the sound is right now. I may not be able to done this properly because the sound is right now is still messed up. I cannot interact with it to turn it off.
Alright. Weird. Alright. weird. Yeah, then you have this browser. Yeah, thing, then you right? Have this browser.
Yeah.
Thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you cannot turn off the sound. You cannot turn off the sound. Like it's so freaking annoying. I want to crop this image as well. How can I crop the image?
Okay, let me delete that and try to add another way. Okay.
Oh man. There should be some kind of...
Alright, maybe I'll try a window capture thing. God, yeah.
Oh.
Man. What's going on with my phone? Let's go now.
Man, this...
Yeah, this is why we don't stream live, because it's just too much crap that could go wrong.
I know, right? Okay, I'm just cropping the image and then saving it to... Oh, man. Just gonna crop it. Crop. There.
Beyond Jaws, window capture, add window capture. Cause last time I think I did also window. I might did a window capture. Who knows? Okay. And this one is. I have to find it.
Now your stream is offline?
It shouldn't be. Wait, window capture 2, that's not it.
What you call Zendaya? Zendaya?
Yeah, why can't I find your window? The hell? Okay, I found it. Alright. So, if I click OK. Alright, so that's window capture. And the volume is turned off. And I'm just gonna crop it. Like that. I don't know. See? Right?
Yeah, you have window capture, and then how do you crop it?
Alt click. You click on it when you see the red dot, and you press Alt, and then you just drag up and down.
Oh, so Alt click. Oh.
Yeah.
No. Ah, right. Yeah.
Gee. And if I full screen it, I can full screen that so that everything's bigger. So yeah.
Alt click. Okay. Cool. Right. Now I've cropped the image, but I still have a black box for the screen capture.
Well, try window capture again. I don't know why you have a black box for window capture, because I clearly just used window capture and it worked.
Okay, I'm just gonna delete this one. Yes, delete it. Now add window capture.
Yeah, put yours on like HD and no volume, so this is your window. Wow, still black box.
Still black box, man. Why?
You tell me. I did the exact same thing. We apparently did the exact same thing, so I don't know. Maybe fate has it that you just can't. There's just no way for you to do it.
Come on.
Maybe something to do with a video card, you know. Maybe some setting. I don't know. Because it's a window. Why would it show a black box? It just captures whatever is in the window. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's like weird. It's like being.
What if you use a different window, like close and open the browser, use a different and load my thing again and use that window. Maybe you have too many windows open. Just.
Really? would would that be it? Uh,
Look. I don't know, man. I'm just trying
I
to.
don't know.
I'm trying to think of
So,
solutions.
so
Oh,
I'll have to put it here or something, and then my OBS is gone, and now no, no, still black.
sorry. So you just have to do it without my thing on you. You can just do it just your own drawing.
It
And
even has a window that I don't have even open. What? Like
well,
groove music? What's that? Outlook? You
I,
know, Outlook
I
is
don't
not
know.
even.
I don't know, man. You're working like now. Your whole screen's black. Yeah.
Come on, what's this?
Sorry.
Gee. Who's hacking me right now?
I'm pretty sure nobody's hacking you. I think you just.
Oh man, well, forget it. Just do it like that. I don't want that.
Sorry.
Why are you being like this?
Harsh Sumin, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just trying to do like drawing with Dion right now, but we having a lot of trouble. Thanks for
Yeah, but
supporting. He just told
because
me he just told me he's like a gold patron, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to make something work here, but YouTube streaming can be tricky.
okay, let's
That
just
hence why I didn't really promote this thing because we're testing a lot of things out and just. Oh God.
yeah, prepare. Oh god, my pencils are like almost worn out. No, I cannot. It's too short.
Okay. Just when you set up your stream, do a little, put a little like four like corner
Sorry, what
where.
was that?
I mean, just when you're ready to draw, put like a four corner, like put a little dot or something
Ah, right.
on the yeah, so I know where to crop your thing to.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be like here and here and here and here. You see them?
Yeah.
The four dots.
Once yours is done, I'll crop it to the right thing. Yep. Yeah. So if you just draw roughly within that, I'll give you a little bit more space on left on sides, but if you draw roughly within that area, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh man, no.
See.
I should really.
See
Why
now.
doesn't it work?
The
I
next.
really.
Well, at least you have your own drawing. You know, you have your own
Yeah,
video of your own
it
drawing.
pisses me off. I
Next.
should be able to.
We'll figure it out next time.
Or-
we didn't
Yeah.
we didn't know we'll encounter this problem, so we'll figure it
Yeah.
out next time.
Okay.
All right. Well, so the idea is just like half an hour to an hour. We'll just see what the best thing what we can do in that time. I might make my drawing a little bit bigger just because we can. Just because I haven't drawn anything bigger lately. So
Okay. So we're gonna start right now.
yeah, you can start. I'll maybe make it a little bit smaller and put it up here. Okay. And I'll put that. I'll add some text. You can keep going. Um, why do I not have the text that I want already? Okay.
You sound like you have something in your mouth.
Yeah, I do. I have a pencil. Check. Because I'm trying to make this one like downstream. I'm trying to. I suppose I can add text post editing. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that's right. I can edit it later. So I'll do it. I'll do that later, and I can do it better. All right.
She
Here we
really
go.
looks like what?
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm gonna make my drawing bigger.
She looks like one of those 60s actresses. Like
Well, in that particular picture with the hair, I don't kind of know what you mean, but yeah.
she could be from the original Avengers, or that like that.
That was
You know?
no. When it was first established, Captain America, the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna start messy. Where's my compressed eraser? Oh, where's my compressed eraser? There it is. Start messy, because we like our.
Start messy.
Okay.
You know your latest video, you started this messy style. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, early on, it loosens me up too. I don't have to think about everything too much, and then I pay a little bit more attention when I start doing the features. It's naturally where scenes are developing, so it is what it is, you know.
I always like to draw that way, and
Yeah.
and keep it like that. That's where my ambition.
Ambition is where you're gonna get to.
Yeah, I'd like to get to that place and not overwork my drawings. I
Yeah,
tend
yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
I tend to overwork my drawings a lot.
I do that. I do that for social media, so I do that for a reason. But yeah, but lately I feel like even social media is kind of they're sick of seeing drawings like that. You know, overworked pictures.
Yeah.
So more artsy and more the drawings that has a little bit more personality is just they recognize that. So yeah.
Yeah, we're starting off like a little bit like the same, I like it.
It looks crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, it does. Twitch. You should stream to Twitch. I'm getting some sort of a message across.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like I should stream on Twitch. I'm like, yeah, if I can
Like
get view on there, it's way better.
Someone in your chat probably wants you to stream to Twitch.
Where I'm trying to see the picture. Where is her neck? Is she wearing something like? Cause I cannot see the front of her neck. You know, I might just adjust that part, and add like a front of her neck like here somewhere. No, her neck. If her back of her neck is here, and she's not wearing whatever she's wearing, then the front of her neck will be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, if you look at it, because right now we
color,
can't.
right?
Yeah. But as a drawing, like that kind of it makes. I gotta create a kind of a neck. Or at least an idea.
So you wanna leave it out, that color, then?
Yeah. Because if you just draw that color,
it looks weird.
It kind of looks weird without enough context. Because you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing this that makes things look very smooth. which is really good. I'm gonna have to make this thing really smooth too. It just needs to. All right, let me finish this drink. It's like the progression of art. It's like what a 2-year-old would draw. Then it slowly becomes what a 4-year-old do. Then it slowly becomes what a high schooler can do. Eventually, it becomes
And then you go back to what a 2-year-old.
Yeah, in the end, yeah, it goes through. Yeah, it goes through, and then it goes back to what 2 years old do.
Like the thing that Picasso and
yeah, also about to use Picasso as an example. Like started out as a kid to master to experience to student to master and then back to kid.
And then back to kid. Yeah.
Full circle. Okay, the eyebrow roughly there, so I made mine way too out of place. But I think for videos like this, where if we're doing streaming videos like this, I think it's more interesting for the viewer just to hear what we're thinking and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because they already know that we're given enough time, we can make the drawing look extremely realistic. But like right now, I'm just kind of creating a foundation, like a background of my drawing. I should open my own stream in case it dies on me at some point, and that I can see what's going on.
Really, my setup here is not ideal. I have my mic right in front of me, and it's blocking my view to the reference picture. So
yeah.
I have to,
my drawing is going to be seems like my drawing is you're going for like exactly the proportion. My drawing is going to be feels like it's going to go a little bit skinnier than what the picture shows. I can kind of tell. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I'm going.
But you can already kind of see like the shape, right? The eyebrow and stuff on my drawing. Yeah. That's what I want to establish that first. That allows me to do what you were saying before. How I can just start like crazy. This allowed me to. Yeah, this allowed basically I'm sculpting out the general shape already. So detail is the easy part once this part is done, and you know that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's why I can start kind of crazy, and as long as I can feel that there is some kind of 3D form that can come out of this, but I don't want to spend too long on this part either. So because the background overall value is very, very flat, so I'll just try to if I can get this drawing to like 80% of the picture, I'll consider it a success.
80%.
80% I'll consider a success, because I don't want to rest and then come back to it, and just because I'll make 2 videos and then you have to go to sleep and so on.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's already almost.
It's late for where you are. Yeah, I know. So
I have to work tomorrow. So.
Right, riding a bike through the.
Yeah, actually, I'm going.
Do you have what kind of bike do you have? Do you have a road bike or a mountain bike? Like
I have
like how skinny are the tires? Oh, electric bike.
Electric bike. So like a regular.
Next level.
Road bike.
Yeah.
Next level, man. Yeah.
How long does it take you to get from your house to work?
Almost an hour. So.
Wow, that's quite a long ride.
Yeah, but it's more than 10 miles, so it's 17 kilometers. So.
Do you go through a lot of traffic, or is it mostly like a countryside?
No, I'm going through the forest, and then
say hello to
a little village, and then I'm going through the what's it called? where cows are
Where cows are, what's it called?
where cows are eating the grass. What's it called in English?
McDonald's. Here we call it McDonald's, but no,
You
what
call
you
it
mean?
McDonald's,
No,
okay.
like no, the metal, whatever they call it, the
Whatever.
great where they actually eat and be happy and be
Yeah,
free.
where
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
actually eat.
I get it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. That's what we. All right. So I think overall general background shading. I'm kind of getting there. I'll spend another 1 or 2 minutes on it before I start to add the dark details. I like to for anybody who's watching later, I like to do the background values first, which is kind of a mid value, and then I like to add the dark tones. That's just me, personally as reference. I like to add the dark tones on top of that, and then use eraser to add the highlights as needed. Okay, the background tone right now I have not added so dark to the point where I couldn't adjust anything, so that's good. And I'll make it overall a little bit lighter, give me a little bit more room to make certain parts darker if I wanted to. So I'll make it a little bit lighter, and that gives me, I think that gives me enough room to start to add some details. Let's add some details. And stuff like hair and stuff, it's fine to add hair, to draw hair and really dark shade first. Like this part here, like normally I might just put like really dark hair down first. The reason I'm not doing it for this drawing is because right now it's really hot. I have air conditioning on, so basically I'm in a non-ventilated room, and I don't want a lot of charcoal flying, so I don't want to put too heavy of charcoals down. Is it raining?
So it's hot.
Wait, is it raining? Oh my god, it's raining. Wow.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I like rain.
So
It feels fresh.
It's hot,
I like rain.
it's hot there where you are as well.
Yeah.
Well,
No wonder why it's so
we-
hot, because it's like humid. It was raining. It was preparing for this rain. So it's gonna be cool tonight actually. So hopefully.
Yeah. We just had a wave, like with temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. So that's
That's like how much Fahrenheit? I don't even know. That's like
Fahrenheit
90. That's like at least 90 something Fahrenheit.
no, that's over 100 because
Oh, okay.
100
Jesus
is
Christ. Yeah.
38. Yeah, it's
That's insane, dude.
we never had
That is some Australia temperature right there. I have not experienced that since I left Australia. The highest here recently, like I think I experienced, is like 98 Fahrenheit, which is already really really hot. So
Yeah, it's really hot.
yeah,
But you know, we it's a record for our country. We never had those
yeah.
kinds of temperatures here.
Global
And
warming.
now we had it 3 days in a row.
Global
so now-
warming, man. I'm telling you.
It's a thing, and it's real. So
Like all scientists agree that global warming is happening. I mean, the only thing they still disagree on is how much of that is contributed by human and how much is kind of a natural cycle.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
but
But-
I'm not a scientist, so I don't
well-
know. So I'm just saying.
natural cycle that happened before, and they can measure it in the
Yeah.
know, in the
the
soil
ice,
and-
they can and also
But
the
it-
ice caps, they can dig down, they can measure it. Yeah.
but it never happened so quickly because it's now within 1 century or something,
Really? Wow.
and it never happened so quickly.
Science wise, I don't have that much information about on it. I just know it's definitely happening somewhere. Like, yeah, it's just
There's something
because there's
about-
crazy stuff going on all over the place. People
That's
think
true.
like global warming just means everywhere gets hotter. No, it just means like global weather just become unpredictable. Really like chaotic. In some areas, it might get even colder. You know, when it's not supposed to be that cold because the whole weather pattern is just become more chaotic. but overall it's getting warmer. Overall, you know, it's just yeah.
Yeah, some places could
overall,
even get
but some
colder.
yeah, because it's chaotic. Because it's supposed to be, you know, more stable, but it's not anymore. It's just, and the polar ice cap melting. That's all. Like, yeah. All right, so I'm measuring this eyebrow, and I already set up this eyebrow, which means that I can do this eyebrow, and if I can get this eyes down right, I can use this eyebrow and eye as reference to do everything else. And if I fail, I fail. That's okay. I should really do the background on the eyes. Eyes is always a part that I like to spend most of my time. It's one of those things that's impossible to do really fast. And I mean, like super fast and have it look good, unless the drawing itself is very simple. It's like just a silhouette or something like that. If you want to add,
watch this. Watch this, Shannon.
All right,
My new tool.
Oh my god!
New
Yeah.
tool.
That's your new brush. Why you need a fan brush? What are you doing? Oh, you're using your fan brush now as to blend.
Fan brush. Like Bob Ross, bro. Bob Ross. My new tool, and I love it, man. I love it.
I'm still just always sticking with my just blending stump always.
I know.
But whatever works. I may even switch to like even softer charcoal, just cause I really like the vine charcoal and the stuff that the effect can give you. But I feel like vine and willow is just way too soft for my liking. So I probably go for like a 9B. I'll try it like a 9B, see how that goes.
9B is.
That's like the most I can go, I think, without going to like.
Yeah, but
you know,
it's like really a completely different medium.
Right.
Because it's always compressed charcoal, right? And this is natural charcoal, so it really feels.
No, of course, it's never going to match the feel of it. I'm just trying to get close to it without getting to, because what you're using right now, if you accidentally like smudge it like that, you're gonna make a huge difference. Well, for me, it's not. For me, it's not as. I don't have to worry about that as much. You know what I mean?
I know, but
so it's pros and cons. It's pros and cons. That's all. Yeah. Oh man! All right, let me check this. What's going on with Credit Karma? Buying a house can be such a pain in the ass sometimes.
I know, man.
Especially when you buy like a rental, like an investment property. Depends on like. Oh. My credit is still like close to 800, so that's considered good. I don't know if you guys have like a credit system. Do you guys have something like that?
What does it mean?
Okay, a credit system is basically kind of like, think of this as a report card of how much you are more likely to pay back any loans and debts, you know, based on based on your previous behavior. Like if I leave like
that,
you probably have something similar, but like banks and stuff, that they use that as a way to evaluate risk and stuff like that.
I know. Yeah, okay, we have a similar thing.
Yeah, you have a similar thing, but since you guys don't have credit cards because you guys are smart and people don't get themselves into trouble because we don't have enough financial education over here.
We do have credit cards, but
you do have, but you don't use it nearly as much in the United States, and that's why you don't have, you don't have nearly as much trouble. So
probably, I don't know. Some people do.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking in general, like it just, and school doesn't teach you, which is kind of insane. Like, you know. I went to business school and they barely teach you this stuff, which is kind of insane. Like, how do you go through high school and business school and they don't teach you about managing money? What is this?
Exactly right.
What's going on? What is this?
You don't. know
You really
anything
have
about
to.
the
You
world.
really have to like know and learn to buy all of yourself. Because most people just don't know how to manage money. That's why you hear all these even like all these athletes and lottery winners, they get a lot of money, but then a few years later they go broke, they go bankruptcy.
Yeah,
Like it's
that's
like how that even happened, you know? It takes some
because
special skill to make that happen. Like
no, but I think if you get used to spending money and like
they
lots of money,
they
it's
just
very
start
hard.
spending and they don't
Yeah, it's
realize
very
the
hard to stop.
exactly. They don't realize the kind of asset they're buying, whether it is a liability or is a actual asset, and they don't understand what is actually an asset and what is actually a liability, because that's very different if you if you define it corporately versus individually for like average people. It's just a lot of things people just don't know. Like I feel like I can make a two channel. I can make it like a channel that combines art advice with financial advice. Because I do have a degree and I
Like
do know a
all
lot
in
of.
one.
I do know some stuff. So it's not like I'm
Yeah,
just. It's not just talking crap. Like I do have a full degree on
that
it. So
that would be a unique channel. We're doing unique things right now, but that would really be
right.
unique.
And I'll teach you also how to make lamb kebab. You know, you gotta make it tender. How to make it, and cook a tender steak. Cause I've been cooking by myself since I was 11. When I
Oh
moved to
yeah.
Australia when I was 11 years old,
Uh-huh.
my parents they were busy working on their PhD. So that, and also you know even before that I was just they were always busy working and just work on their degrees and work on things. They have even though I'm the only child, they have very little time to. They're very good parents, but they're very busy all the time. A lot of times I have to cook and do stuff on my own. So I had to learn how
Yeah.
to make everything and cook for myself since I was 11, and
Wow.
yeah, so I can cook, I can do a lot of things, but yeah, it's just you force into it, you know. When you force into it, you kind of have to. It's a good thing, I
Yeah.
think. Overall, I come on. It's a good thing because you learn to grow up faster. You have to learn to take care of yourself faster. You have to think about
Yeah.
things differently. You have to think about
I was raised by a single parent. My mother raised
right, yeah,
three of us, so
yeah,
we
yeah.
had
So
we
you
had
have
each
to
other.
so you have to mature. You have to become mature real fast, right? You have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So we
That's
we
there's yeah. So there's pros and cons to that. I
there's
like I have
pros and cons, definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
But I have both parents there to support me, but I also have to take care of myself a lot of times, and it's just what it is. And I remember when I was like 11, and I want to build a computer. Like I barely know anything about computers, right? G- remember back when like 20 years ago when we built a computer, you have to configure everything. You have to configure CMOS. Everything doesn't
Yeah.
nowadays just you just plug everything in, right? It's like Legos and it just works. But back then you have to like plug everything in. You have to make sure everything works. You have to configure every component. You have to do CMOS yourself. You have to do
Yeah,
DOS.
no
You have to do a
way.
lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, when I was 11, I learned all that stuff, and I asked my father if I have like can I have like $1,000 so I can build my own computer, which as a 11 is kind of crazy, but he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And he's not
Really?
we're not
Yeah.
and we're not particularly wealthy because we just moved to Australia, but he just like believed that I can do it, and I believe I can do it. I did it. So I built my own first
Nice,
computer back then.
nice. That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's why computer wise I still like even today I still like when if I need a new computer, even though it's much easier, I still like to research on my own, catch up on latest technology. I can catch up pretty fast. I can read up on what card, what performance, and I
Yeah.
generally just it takes me like 2 days to catch up on latest
Yeah,
hardwares.
the things that you learn at that age
Yeah.
that doesn't seem to disappear.
No,
Right?
no, no. Yeah.
Other things that just go away if you don't use it, but the things
Exactly.
that you learn at that age
Yeah,
doesn't
11.
seem to
I
get.
think exactly. That's one thing I feel lucky about my like the way because I went abroad when I was 11. So it's like almost like a perfect age for like a multilingual, because Chinese I can still comprehend, like I can read most of it. I may not be able to write as well, but I can listen, I can speak, and I can read, right? And
Yeah,
and people listen to me. They almost think I'm a native Chinese speaker this whole time, but I can also speak
really?
English. Yeah, but I can also speak English obviously at a competent level, you know. So,
Yeah.
but 11 is like the perfect age, because any younger I would forget Chinese, and any older, you know, my English would not develop as fast as easily. So I think that's a
Yeah.
pretty decent age too for that, for to learning a new language. Um, so just yeah, it's at that age. I don't know. Yeah, they always come up with new theories on where at what age your brain develops. Now they say it's like between like your brain continue to develop and until like 20 is like important. Before they used to say like when you were young, like 4 to like 6 like is important. Now they say like up to 20 is important too. Like it's where
Yeah, but
neurons. It's
it's
always
probably
changing. So
older. It's I think that the brain is way more adaptive
yeah, I think
that
it is. I think
people
yeah,
think.
yeah, exactly. Cause I think like older. I see people who are like even just my art students. I see people who are much older and they were able to learn very fast. You know, under the
Yeah.
if they were just like motivated and stuff. So all these studies are just average. Don't take them as like limitations. Always look at the bright side.
Exactly. Look at the
Yeah.
bright side.
Meanwhile, while I'm talking, I got one of my eyes down. I got my the the even though her eyebrow, I mean her eyelashes are way darker, but I'm gonna add that. I want to make sure the eyes are proportion correct before I add the makeup on her. That's the thing.
I'm
You
going
got it.
very lightly. I just
So I think
wanna.
I can start add some makeup. Adding some makeup.
I wanna keep it almost like this, but
No, you seem to like when we draw girls, like I seems to always, because the way I draw, I always tend to make it very technical. Like I'm making very rigid, like proportionally and like stuff. But you tend to bring a softer touch to it. That's your special style, you know. That's
yeah,
not
and
something that
then
I
I
taught you
often
or anything like that.
work it.
So, and it works well. So that's something that I didn't teach you. So this is something that you had on in you. So like you just something you just got. Is that just I might have to like take some notes from your drawing girls. Like
Yeah, you
I'm
want to
although
join my workshop? Man? You want to become my patron?
although I have drawn plenty of girls in the past too, but I just
I
never.
know.
That's a particular style you do. That's like they give us a very kind of ethereal, like also like cloudy kind of look feel to it. It's a different style. It's good, you know, for a lot of things. So it's always. I take note of that, so I don't need to join your workshop to steal that idea from you. I think we both at the level where we can just look at something and we just like be able to just take it. I can just look at anybody's style at this point. I can if I like it, if I can just like take it. You know?
You can just take
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like that show Heroes. You remember the show Heroes?
Yeah. Before they
man,
had no, it was so good before they had the writer strike, and that's when the show went
exactly.
back.
But the first season
The
was
Peter Petroli, the guy
amazing.
remember the guy that can just basically copy other people's skills.
Yeah, exactly.
We thought he
Yeah.
was weak, and then it turns out he's like the most OP character. He's a little too
Uh-huh.
OP, too overpowered. They had to turn his
Yeah.
power down a little bit because that's way too overpowered.
That's
I think what they should have done just make him to be able to copy their powers to like either restricted by time, like after 48 hours they have to he revert to it, or he only copy like a
okay.
percentage of their powers or something like that. Because otherwise,
Something like that, yeah.
otherwise just being in their vicinity, he can just copy their powers. He's way overpowered. Like just
Yeah, that's
it's
OP,
just
man.
Oh man. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm looking at his eye. I'm trying to. So right now, what I'm doing, for the people who are watching, I'm trying to look at his one eye. I'm picturing the other eye also appearing on my page. I'm trying to picture whether if it looks correct. This requires some imagination, and it does require some experience. And if I feel like my eye is not 100%, but it's a little bit there. But then again, I'm kind of just play around and chatting and relaxing. So I feel like my screen a little bit too bright. I think the outside the sunshine coming out. I think that's part of the reason too. Oh, like I have the blinds, but when the sun comes out, it turns in really bright. So I'm gonna adjust my cameras accordingly. Yeah, see now you guys see why closer to what I see. All right. Here, I might do that a few times during the drawing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm really watching myself not to overwork this drawing. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
always
yeah.
the
That's
thing that I do.
that's the thing. Once you can overwork a drawing, which is very, which I relatively speaking, I gotta put it relatively in there somewhere. Relatively speaking, is a very easy thing to do once you can, once you understand the drawing method. Anybody who anybody who goes on my Patreon becomes a patron and watch my tutorial on how to draw realistically, they pretty much immediately understand how to draw realistically to the point where you can draw as realistic as you want to, depends on your time. And then the next step is really you gotta decide, okay, from a drawing that looks exactly like the photo to a drawing that has a little bit more a character and a little bit more randomness, a little bit more personality to it. Where you decide where that line you want to stop. Because on the one end it's completely abstract, on the other end it's hyper realism, which I feel like hyper realism is not going to stand the test of time. I could be wrong, because you just basically drawing like a printer. Something that combines realism but with a human touch, I feel like is the best. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
The hyper-realism can be very nice
No, it can be nice.
if the
I'm not.
subject the art really relies on the subject, not
Yeah,
on the skill.
yeah, man.
Not to say that it is really skillful if you can draw like that, but just as you say, it's like copying like what a photocopier does. And
Well, yeah, good hyper realistic artists. They can design a really nice image, but it's more like a designing a photograph, and then
yeah,
translate to like paper, which
maybe the art is
like if
more
somebody pays me
yeah,
like 50 grand to do like one, I can make it just as photorealistic as anything. I'll do it like pixel by pixel, but it's not. Yeah. But I'm not like dissing as an art form, because if people like it, it can be very beautiful and it works. If it works for them, it works for them. It's all good. Art is art.
sure. Yeah.
Oh boy, tough part. Okay, got to stop here and check. See, her lips is important too here. Her smile, her lips, and her skin has a very bright. I know she has makeup on, but it has a very bright, vibrant look to it. But that's okay. these kind of videos where we do live streams, not necessarily about producing the perfect result, because we just join and talking, so
Yeah, just drawing.
we having
casual.
fun. Yeah, it's not. I think this is should be okay. I still think my drawing is a little bit skinnier than what is actually there, but her lips, her nose, gotta pay a little bit more attention to that. Maybe I'll make the reference a little bit bigger if I can. Not too big, because then it covers up the hair. Okay. Alright. Her nose bridge is very, very straight. Her nose wings, like, it's wider. It's pretty wide. She's gorgeous, but I'm just saying it's wide, so you gotta pay attention to that. Like, it's wider than the width between her eyes, and
Yeah,
yeah. So just
I noticed, but maybe it's the way she smiles. That if
maybe,
you smile sometimes.
but this is a very light smile. This is the I'm going to a premiere. I'm doing a smile for the photographer smile. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's
Like
there's not as much crease around her eyes, so it's like yeah, it's one of those smiles. I'll make the lips a little bit bigger if I need to. I'll start from here and check and be careful on the bottom lips. Bottom lips is quite larger than the top, almost like twice as long in terms of width. So let me check that out. You can make a when you draw a girl, you can. I've said this many times before. When you draw a girl, you can make the lips a little bit darker than it needs to be, and you can usually get away with it. Not with guys, but with girls you can. Because it just means that their lipstick seems a little bit darker. Um, Even if you make a mistake and make it a little bit too dark, it's not a big deal. Alright.
I'm wondering if I'm gonna draw the hair completely or just.
No. I'm gonna draw the hair like really loosely. Yeah. Most of my time is gonna be spent on the refining the skins and the features on the face. The hair is just gonna be there to complement it, just to give them an idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna draw the outline of the hair and then leave it like.
Right, right,
Only a suggestion, maybe.
right. I think okay. Some of the before okay, her lips is really dark red right now in my drawing, but I want to go back to refine her eyes. Before I draw the hair, I'll have the image a little bit larger. That's the only thing I'm looking at. So, okay. Okay. So how white? So it's quite a bit of a highlight above her eyes. And it's actually quite large and longer. Okay. You can't exactly do overs with videos like this, but that's alright.
Do-overs? What do you mean?
Do overs means like like started either the whole thing again or some part, giant part again, like really like going back and fix your mistakes
Right,
by
yeah.
really like, yeah, usually means start all over, which is a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had some of those. And it
No,
really
yeah,
sucks. Well,
I used to do that all the time. Yeah.
I wanted to draw some a Dutch um, football player, like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
a
football.
female
So
football,
you mean
because
you
it was
wait, you mean soccer?
soccer. I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
football makes sense. Football makes sense.
yeah, okay, but and I tried like 3 times, and it was a really nice a picture, but I just couldn't get the
That,
likeness.
that
So
perfect result that you wanted. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that really sucks when it doesn't work,
Yeah, it
you
happens
know.
all the time. It just
But so
that,
I just put it aside. I never got around to it. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes when I have, well, not lately, but early on when I have like a problem with the drawing, I just kind of leave it alone for a while and I go back to it later, and then or I'll put it like a difficult project aside for a while and
Yeah.
only work on it when I really like feel like I want to work on it, and generally that works out. Okay. The other eye is slightly lower, which I did, but the corner is not quite as low. Okay. Um, okay, other eye. Let's see the value. Okay, first just look at the value. Use this to grab some. Maybe I'll grab some value from the lips or some of the dark parts. The part here is. I need to use my pencil. Part here is dark, and the upper eyelid here is dark, and so is here. Okay. Got another message from Mitch. What's going on? Ah, how? One of my friends like I see our YouTube stream. I'm like, wait, I'm not even
What?
streaming this anywhere. I'm streaming on my casual channel. Like, how is anybody seeing this? It's supposed to be a secret. Like, how does that even work?
Yeah, so much for the secret. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're really concentrating.
No, yeah, yeah. I'm doing the eye part. It's
Yeah, the eyes are so important. You just got to
yeah,
nail it if you
yeah,
want to have the lightness.
yeah.
And you know what? I am the more and more
What?
steering away from blending.
Oh,
I
that's
hardly
fine.
blend anymore. Except for the brush, right? The brush,
With the fan brush.
fan
Yeah,
brush. Yeah.
I still use that as one of my techniques, just to. I think this little thing will part of the smile. And the lips, I feel like mine's a little bit too dark. Decrease the darkness a little bit. And there's some highlights right above it. I don't know how to add that in properly without making the surroundings a little bit darker. May have to. And comes down. And then some shadows below the lips, almost always. All right, let me see. So I'm gonna tweak the face for a few more minutes, and then I think I can probably just start adding hair. Like I feel like
Yeah. Yeah. Before I overwork it again. But I need to refine that.
the eyes and features, feel free to overwork. Um, those are the most important, but everything else, it's like, yeah. Like the lips, I feel like I didn't make. I can. I can make it a little bit longer. Emphasize that it's highlights kind of weird on the lips, but from the angle, but yeah. The corner is very, it goes very dark. And then very light mark right there. Okay. What's that noise? Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at the ice and feel the right one height. Left one, the height is very close to, maybe a little bit lower. A little bit lower.
Yeah, I might have my left eye a little bit too low. Yeah.
And then from the nose comes down, there's a little bit of highlight.
You have music on.
No. I was whistling.
This was it's sometimes you whistle with music and I don't hear the music because we're on Discord.
There's a little bit of shadow across the nose. I do want to capture, and then beyond that, it's just yeah. A bit of shadow like. Not as important. I'll put it there. And okay, so now I'm gonna finish the rest of the shape of face. Should be pretty straight line. Our chin goes up fairly straight. In my drawing, she seems a little bit more mature. Not much, just a little bit.
It's probably the proportions of the face. You know, the longer
maybe,
the face, people tend
yeah,
to look older.
yeah, maybe something like that. I'm not gonna bother to try to figure out exactly why that is and try to fix it because I don't see it as too big of a problem or anything, so it's not a big deal. Below the lips, still want to make sure that dark mark shows up. The shadow, and then he fades into the rest of the face. And there's a sharper line that clearly divides the lips. Okay. Alright, I think I am oh wait, let me just fix the eyes a little bit more here, and then I think I'll have time to start doing the hair. I want to give it a little bit more of that round curvature right up here. It's a little bit darker. the line is pretty. The skin fold is pretty apparent. So almost all the way to the end. And over here it's darker too. Over here it's all dark. Feel like. Okay, here a little bit of highlight. Okay, can start to add some hair. The hair, just to pay attention to the structure, which in this case is fairly straightforward. We have one section here which is just make sure I don't block anything. Okay, so like that. And we want the hair to be realistic enough to complement the drawing, but not so detailed and realistic that it takes attention away. So I'm just gonna here, and then back down here. Okay, so it's I can just make it mostly black and add the highlights to define the shape. I'm losing a little bit of the eyelash, which I can add back in later. Seems like this. A bit of extra.
And I think that shape of the face with the cheekbones is very characteristic for her.
Yeah, definitely.
So I need to. I'm trying to get that like spot on, but
Right. Goes from here. Like there's a several little curves. There's several little things. Cheek goes outward and then goes inward tiny bit and goes outward again a little bit at the mouth and then goes back inward again. All extremely subtle. Here I can use for the rest of the hair I can use a little bit of pencil or my compressed charcoal, doesn't matter. And I'm not worried too much about making it too realistic. In fact, I'm afraid to make it too realistic accidentally.
yeah. Refrain yourself from making from
Yeah.
overworking. In fact,
Yeah.
it's
Always
it's
got to
also a kind of overworking.
gotta control myself a little bit. And here it goes up here and down here. And here I'm gonna make the preview a little bit smaller so that I can do the hair. Give me enough time, I can probably tweak the face and smile and everything a little bit more, but hey, it is what it is. And over here, I can tell which part, like, there's part of the hair that's shadow, but part of the hair that's actual hair. Like, it's hard for me to tell which part is what.
Yeah, that's definitely a shadow.
Yeah, but where does it end? Where does the real hair begin and where the shadow end? Like, the shadow is roughly, like, I don't know, like some, like, here, bounce back to here. But then where the
It's hard to see, but
where's the real hair? Generally, you can tell fairly easily with color, but if the hair is not particularly thick and the shadow carries the color tone of the hair, and then it makes it difficult to judge. But at the end of the day, you're the artist, so you have you always have a degree of freedom. So a degree of, like, in terms of whatever you do, there can be no wrong because you're the artist, and it's whatever is what you see and your interpretation. So you can always take advantage of that. So when
you're
you're not
always
sure,
right.
you're always right based because it's your drawing, right? So in that sense, yeah. I'll do a gradient, darker gradient. Assuming there is no color, there'll be a darker gradient on her neck. Or I just don't do too much detail to it at all. Just a few lines to indicate. This hair here, the structure is a little bit more complicated. There's two things going on here, but we'll come to that bridge once we cross it. Alright.
Yeah, once you cross it, you always get to, right?
It's logically infallible. It's definitely true.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge.
Tomorrow it will rain when it rains.
That's what people always say, though. Like if it happens, it happens. They do that stuff.
Yeah.
They say that all the time. Like,
Yeah, I know.
whatever happens, happens. Like, okay, yeah. I don't say it happens any other way, but okay.
No, you're completely right, though. Logic.
I need a new one of those erasers for my hair. Okay, there we go. Oh God, am I overdoing the hair already? Oh no.
Yeah,
Did I?
maybe.
Did I?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, not. No, it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Don't overdo too much. Okay. And then the shadow part, I'll do it with my finger. I can just put that part in there, and then the highlight on top of a hair. I feel like I should make this part a little bit. And her eyebrow, it's actually closer. Quite unique. Okay, so there's a weird little structure that's going on with the hair here. I don't know. That comes. Seems like it comes down here. Like super black. This part of a hair fairly straightforward structure wise, it just comes down. I'm using the highlight basically to draw the orientation of the way the hair flows, and over here it gets a little bit trickier because there's one part here that's like behind. Come from here, it goes behind her hair slightly, a little bit darker, and then we come down here. I'm gonna smudge it a little bit more. Okay, so when we come down here, roughly around here, there's a bright part. Again, when you draw hair like this, you don't really have to make sure everything is exactly the same as the image. I mean, like a quick shake of a hair, it could be a totally different thing, so it's not a big deal. But since we're doing it, we have the reference image on screen. I'll try to kind of match it in some degree. So this is kind of like thing come down here, but then there's a structure that curls back from here to here, and then this part here I want to make it black so I can put the highlights in here, put the highlights in. And it's kind of like the way the hair flows, and it comes down here. I'm trying to see what's going on with the hair there. Don't see the hair as individual hair. See it as like a big mass of bundle, like a mass of noodles. Always see it as like a whole bundle at a time. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy because it's too complicated. Otherwise, it becomes too complicated to process.
Yeah, it's impossible to draw each hair.
Just think of it as just a one weird structure that's made out of a lot of noodles, and you don't have to pay attention to any single one. Just look at a bundle at a time, and here, like some of my highlights are very clear, are very contrasty, while her drawing in the reference is much more subtle. So the one way I can deal with that is that I can either just not care, or I can just I can put a little bit of dark charcoal on there and blend it a little bit, so that makes my drawing also a little bit just blurry and subtler in there. And don't forget, if there are any stray hair, it takes no time at all. Grab a pencil, hold it very loosely, keep your wrist very relaxed, and that's how you can easily add on to these stray hairs. Try to keep it as random as you can, and any part of the hair that is very well groomed, don't do that. You know, maybe that's they did that on purpose. So it depends on what you draw and who you're drawing, and what kind of effect it looks. And you can also always look at it after you draw it and see whether it looks fine. Like this part would be a little bit darker up the hair, and like this part here is a little bit darker. I can find a lot of, like, right beyond this part is a little bit darker. But it's rare. It's actually pretty rough the way I did it. It's pretty rough. I just want to get the general shape correct. Maybe this part here curves a little bit more outward. But I don't want it to over curve. So if I overdid it, I'll correct that a little bit by erase some part.
There's actually a very tiny highlight in the eye. It's really small.
Yeah, in this eye, yeah. I whenever there is a tiny highlight, if there is a highlight, I tend to just make it a little bit more pronounced, if there is one, because it never looks that bad if you make a highlight pronounced. It makes eyes shine a little bit more. So that's one thing you can always do. Nose wise, her nose is very straight, so it's my version of her. Okay, I gotta add this part here. Add this part in. Her neck, I wonder, it's a little bit too, I should make a little bit wider. Try judging by the lighting. If the lighting is what it is, the neck will be brighter too. Oh man. Yeah, why she's got be wearing such a weird collar?
Yeah.
If she wearing normal clothes, like drawing the neck, everything would be so much easier. I can probably fix the style of the neck. I can probably just make it later if I wanted to, or add some kind of clothes or garment to it, but not as quite as like not quite as extreme as the collar, because collar is good, but without the collar and that level of realism as context, it just looks kind of weird.
Yeah. Not including it either.
So her shoulder, I don't want a shoulder line to be too complicated. Comes down right around this part of her hair. It cuts down. So, I don't know. It's not even on the. It doesn't even show up on my camera. Doesn't matter.
What?
I was doing part of her shoulder, but I realized it's not even showing up on the camera.
No, so. It's not showing up.
So it's okay then. I don't have to worry about it as much. And if I wanted to, I can add a little bit of tone to her shoulder. Anything that's further away from the face, I can be a little bit rough with it. Although shoulder, I tend to at least make sure that the highlight and the general thing, the general light direction, everything is kind of there. While not losing character. Okay. And this part of the hair is kind of quite dark in the front. And then, oh yeah, this part of the highlight of the hair goes from here to here. Yeah, right. Right. Here it's actually, you can actually see through the hair is actually very thin here, but I'm not gonna bother. Well, I'm just gonna keep her hair pretty thick around here, and the hair is actually quite a bit of hair there too. Add in there. At this point, it's like, yeah, it's like 90% done. I can go and just tweak the little tones, looking through the forehead. I'm not gonna bother with hair, because I never want hair to be too attention grabbing anyway. So I'm just looking to see if anything I can tweak. And while waiting for Dion to catch up, I'm just tweaking some things. He knows I'm just kidding, but anyway. But
the thing with black hair is,
oh man, I touched my accidentally. All right, that's all right.
Black hair always catches attention because of the contrast.
Right, and also like if sometimes if you cannot get the skin to be extremely, bright, you can do it with the hair. Damn man, I must mess up the ratio on my camera. Let me test it. Can't tell. I need the whole screen to do it later. I'll do it later. Because I don't remember that part there is covering the hair, the reference. Yeah, good enough. Okay. What else doing before this? Oh yeah, I was just gonna refine some part. So if you look at when you refine an image, it's easier just to do it part by part. So I'm just looking at a forehead, and even though it's fairly flat in tone, you can still see gradients and the subtle tone changes. like the tone here on her nose. There's a little bit of light on highlight on tip of her nose, which I added in already. Just not very. It's subtle. Her lips, her upper lips is quite a bit skinnier, thinner than her bottom one, so I might decrease that a little bit while adding the highlights. Bottom of her lips is highlight there, and then her cheek is a little bit, here it's quite a bit darker. Just a little bit. Okay. And it comes down here. Yeah, here I think it's definitely shadow, but it's like it's colored like brown, so it's kind of weird thing. But yeah, it's definitely shadow.
Yeah.
And here on our eye, it's actually there's actually a dark part that comes down. And here, if you look at her cheeks, there's the dark part right about here. That goes slightly lighter as it goes downward. This is just the tiny refinements I'm making. And over here, this is all darker than, much darker than her facial tone. So. Okay. Side of the lips not quite that dark. So this is a part where you really just pay attention to the details, and
It's always the most time consuming.
yeah, it's, I mean, it's, and not necessarily the hair, but like, you know, the lips, the face, and like here, like you discover things like the cheek here, like for her it's very very straight. If anything, it actually warps the curve. It's actually going towards up, the other way, not.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
she has a very defined cheek right there.
But it's hard to see what happens at the angle of the jaw, you know,
Yeah.
near the hair. It's hard to see what happens there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I made her look a little bit more towards the viewer instead of in the photograph. She looks to the left.
Yeah. I made her look just like exactly where she was looking, but yeah. Yours reminds me of like I don't know, like I forgot what her name is, but the vine charcoal is so soft. That's why I like vine charcoal. Like, it's so
Yeah,
soft.
it is. It is
So
really
soft.
soft.
I'll blend this part to make the shadow a little bit lighter. Okay. The brush.
Oh,
One of these
makes
days,
it
I'll try to do a drawing with just purely, you know,
a brush.
vine charcoal. Yeah, vine charcoal.
Yeah, you should.
Just to see what
Really
effect it
try.
would come up with. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
just gotta be, I just gotta be a lot more careful with my habits, so I don't like screw things over.
yeah, it requires a little different
Just gotta be a lot more.
approach of drawing.
Yes, but I feel like it's a lot of ways. I feel like it'd be a lot of ways hard. In some ways harder. In some ways easier. I don't know.
Well, it's easier to correct, definitely, because it's so soft,
Yeah.
and at the same time, that makes it harder because it's so soft.
Okay. I think we're. How you doing with your drawing? You should.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done.
You almost done. Like I feel like you should make the parts of your eye. See how dark her eye is in the photo, and look, it's like the same darkness as it's even darker or same darkness as the darkest part of the hair.
Maybe,
You know.
yeah, but that's more that okay, I'll work it a little bit. But it's more that I overworked the hair. I wanted to leave it like this, but
I feel like the value of her hair is correct. I feel like if you just make her eyes a little bit darker, your image
yeah,
will pop up a lot. You'll pop out a
yeah,
lot
I
more.
should now, but I actually want
You
to
have the
keep it like
you have the outline and everything already. Like
yeah.
just a little bit. Yeah, just,
I should do it now because actually
yeah.
I want
Because in the reference, her eyes are really dark. Like just okay.
I actually don't want to
Make it too dark.
use a line to describe it. I just want to make vague like strokes instead of just drawing
Right.
the line as the outline of the eye. I could do that, of course, but
No. Yeah, you can use just purely shapes like and stuff to do it. Um, the white of the eye. This side is a little bit less white, and bottom of the eye on this side. It's probably I can probably make it a little bit darker. And this part here.
yeah,
Lost.
probably overworking now.
Yeah, as always, two different styles.
Yeah, maybe I should keep the hair a little bit lighter. Yeah, I like the volume. That's true, but it's so pitch black, and that's because of I used this compressed charcoal,
Yeah,
this piece, and
yeah.
it always goes from white to pitch black if you
Okay.
blend it in. So
It's hard.
maybe I
It's hard to
can
find. It's hard to
just
find the middle ground. Yeah. All right.
yeah use
Yeah.
this
I mean,
shine
yeah. I
maybe.
think at this point, like, if I keep spending time, I can just keep making this more and more realistic, and I can fix details. But I think users gets the main idea, and
Yeah, of course I wanna complete this part, the shoulder.
have you?
A
Yeah,
little
like the
bit.
hair. Like like I was really going for. I don't know if you've seen it. Like the drawing that I did, like the one before the one that I just uploaded. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can find it. That one, the hair took me like 5 minutes, but it looks. I think it looks great, and that's kind of
I
the
don't
amount of
really
detail.
remember what that one was.
This one, this one. I'll put on screen. This one. See this one right now? Look at the hair. Like, that's literally
Just
like
waiting.
2 minutes of hair. So, on
Ah,
screen,
right.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I really like
That's
it,
really good. Yeah.
but I really like it because I think it suits her real. And in the reference image, I don't see the top of her head, so I just kind of just did it, and it works out. So,
Yeah, it
um,
does. It really works because it's just the shape that defines it.
yeah.
And
It's just a few shapes and a little bit of stray hair. There's no highlights, but it works with the
yeah,
whole image because it's really about bring contrast to her face, right? So frames her
yeah,
face.
exactly.
Yeah. So, but That one took me a little bit while longer, just because I spent a lot more time on the face and everything instead of
So
doing like
maybe yeah, if you don't use the highlights that much, you get that effect more.
maybe, or just use it just like very sporadically, right? Really
Yeah,
sporadically.
very. Yeah. What
Yeah.
I like to do is on the part of the volume of the hair, like this part here,
Mhm.
right? This
Mhm.
part of the hair, like the
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
left,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you have like this one volume
Correct.
piece, and
Right.
the highlight is right here,
Right. Right.
right? That's
Right.
where the highlight is. So I use the kneaded eraser there to
Yeah.
lighten
Just
that
to add
up,
some highlight. Yeah.
and then I use this eraser pencil to add more some strands, like
Some
3 or 4.
strengths. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all, and
Yeah.
I like the way it turns out instead of just putting all the strands in.
Yeah. Okay. There's a few little details and in terms of like the way the scenes are that I can fix, but I'll leave it as it is right now. And this eye I can move. There's certain part I can move up a little bit. This eye I can move down slightly. The way it curves, the corners. Um, uh, but overall, it's I can make our eyes maybe a little bit. Even though it's pretty similar to it, I think just really subtle stuff now. Now we're talking about really subtle stuff. Cause the shape of her nose, lips, they're pretty much on par. I feel like. So if I were to let's say to the audience, let's say I were to work on this more, I would just fine tuning the tones, the gradients, and the little tiny details. And if I do that for another hour, it'll make a noticeable difference, of course. I'm just not gonna do that right now, but just because you guys have the main point of how I reached this point, the the rest of it is just really fine tuning. Always the most time consuming part. Yeah. Yours looks definitely more like like a 70s actress or something like that.
Yeah,
80s
that's what I
actress.
tried. That's because that's
Beautiful.
what I said before
My
we
yeah, yeah.
started, right?
Yeah,
And then
mine
I
I
thought,
was going
okay,
for more like her, just exactly what I'm saying, like just yeah.
70s artist, actress,
Actress,
like
yeah.
from yeah, the Avengers, or from those
Agent
James Bond,
what's her, yeah, James Bond,
or
a Bond girl.
like the early Bond girl, or like the series, right?
Yeah. I had a way more like highlight in the eye than what's there, but it's okay.
Highlight in the hair, yeah.
No, I had a
Hmm.
highlight in the eye. Like you don't see
In
any
the
highlight in your
eye,
eye,
yeah, right,
but I
yeah.
had a lot of highlight in the eye. Maybe I'll decrease this one just a tiny bit, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but my highlight just got a little bit
Mm.
washed out because I was working on it, and this eye has a little more like that. Now I have to, yeah. It's the edges of the highlight. If there's a lot of contrast between it, then it
Mhm.
makes it pop even more.
The edge of the highlight. Well, yeah, if the edge is sharp, it definitely pops a
Yeah,
lot more.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Edge control. Yeah. Don't know what's going on here. I would probably sometimes when you're not sure what's going on somewhere, add some hair to. Add some hair.
If you're not sure, add hair.
Add some hair. Cause I kind of neglected her clothing and collar and all that, so I'm just gonna add some hair. Yeah. There's no place I can. There we go. Yeah. And her hair here, it's actually at a sharper angle than what I drew, so not that it matters much. Just little things like that. If you do notice, it does help for you to notice because it might not matter for this image in this case, but it matters maybe for next portrait for that particular case. Like this part of the hair is slightly rounder. I mean, doesn't matter here, but in future videos it might matter. Depends on what you draw or who you draw. Yeah, your face doesn't have quite the as much contrast because you don't have the quite of the darkness for it, but it has a very like a airy like a ethereal feel to it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it's just different. It's a different style. But I wonder if I can incorporate that next time if I can do it like that, but add the dark part to it to wonder what kind of effect that will come up with, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't think I will do any more adjustment to this joint, so I'm just gonna sign it right now. Even though it's not that perfect, but you know we're just having fun and you know talking and chilling.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
it's all good because art is supposed to be fun. Not everything has to be 100% perfect, and it's not that bad. It's not horrible.
it's not. No.
It's not horrible. So it's okay.
We never make horrible stuff, you know. Yeah, I'm just doing some little stuff now. Yeah. I think I'm
Mostly done.
I'm mostly done, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much me too. So yeah, I'll probably post this. I'll probably post this on Patreon first, and then wait for a while, and then I'll post it on the public. It'll be on public too, so it'll be on both. And hopefully people like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they appreciate it. I don't know, even though not too many people do this. Hopefully, I don't know.
I'll post this one on the Patreon community site.
I mean, you can post it on your website, you know, because you couldn't get my side to work. Remember, so you have to.
Wait, what?
You couldn't get my stream to work on yours. Remember, you couldn't incorporate the stream.
No.
Yeah, yes. So you can only post on your own. So you might as well just post it whatever you want, whenever you want. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's just make some sort of edited video or something.
Yeah.
Maybe leave some of the voices in.
Yeah. So yeah. I like the benefit of the vine charcoal that you use is that you can use even less, like the way that I do it. I'm already doing it pretty efficiently compared to like graphite to make a skin tone fairly smooth and and soft looking. But with the vine charcoal, it's even easier. You know, it's even faster. It's even softer looking you know.
Yeah,
So I might incorporate that too if I really like to do that in the future. So yeah.
yeah.
And yeah,
I
I
would really
emphasize.
like to hear what
Kind
you
of,
think about it.
yeah. I kind of want to see what it's like. I might do that one of these days. You know, one of the videos. So yeah, I think I hope you guys, whoever's watching this later on, hope you guys enjoyed this video and this live stream demonstration by two artists with two different styles. And if you guys have any questions, you know where to reach me. If you're on Patreon, you can just contact me there, which is pretty much the most reliable method because I check there first. If you want to reach me on YouTube, you can leave a comment or just try to find a way to email me. And if I see it, I'll try to reply to you if the work's not too overwhelming. And on the right side, I will add the information later on. Is Dion's join, and he has his own art channel, which I will put a link in the description later on. When this video goes public, you can just go to the description and click on it, and it will go to his channel. And make sure you subscribe and all that stuff. Subscribe, turn the bell on, all that good stuff.
Yeah, turn the bell on and like, comment.
Yeah. And I'm look at him. He's still working away. He just keeps working away.
Yeah,
at
I'm
it.
still working,
He doesn't stop. I just give up. He just keep working away at it. But no. But we really appreciate it, and hopefully more people start to like our joints and like our videos, so that we can do more of this kind of stuff. Maybe more of them live in the future. And we'll see where this thing going, because YouTube just right now YouTube's not very friendly to this type of videos, but one day hopefully they'll be a little bit more friendlier and a little bit more rewarding to this type of videos, so that we can afford to do more of them for you, so everybody everybody wins in a sense. All right, thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you later next time. Cheers,
Bye.
guys.